Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. Looks like winter has finally made it to Florida. It's chilly out. But today we got a product review for you guys. We got a power station that has just came in, one of the portable power station. And this one here is from Luby, L-U-B-Y. If I'm mispronouncing that, it might be Luby, but there's only one B, so it should be Luby. Alright, so guys, this is a smaller unit that they had sent me for review. So opening up the box here, guys, everything's packaged up nicely. We have a 12-volt charge system. You got the cigarette light adapter with a barrel plug on the end. Got another box here. So we're doing the unboxing right fast, guys. We got the wall outlet adapter for charging. 2 cables set up there. Let's set that off to the side, guys. We got a warranty card. This is the LPS 700 watt. I do know this has a 1,000 watt peak power on the system. So it's a little warranty card information that you get. It tells you about the product itself, a little manual card. I'm going to take the top package off here, guys. Move this out of the way. And let's go ahead and get into the system itself. All right. So the system itself, guys, weighs just a little over 16 pounds. Let me go ahead and get this a little closer to you guys here. At the top side, Luby portable power station. We've got a set of built-in lights. We've got 2 plugs. Sorry guys, the wind is out of control out here. We have 2 110 plugs. We got switches for the lighting, DC to use the DC adapter, and we also have the AC to turn the plugs on. We got USB ports up here. We got a C charger right here for your cell phone, anything that uses a C adapter, and we got regular USB ports here, and then we got a power on and everything on the top side. So it's got a nice digital display, probably not picking up right now because it's pretty bright out. So it's going through the cycle telling me that we have 100% battery bank. Currently running like this. It says we got 99 hours of power in this thing, just leaving it on like this. So what we want to do is test this thing out. So one thing I want to check out is the light. Alright, so you got double light bars. Now guys, if you got a problem with strobe lights and stuff, it's fixing to go strobe light here in a second. So you got different settings to go through, a little bit more brighter. There is a, looks like an SOS signaling. You got strobes, you got a glow, and then back to the low setting. So you just hold it down and it'll turn itself off. To use the AC, hold down the AC, and now we got power to those plugs. Hold it again to turn it off, and do the same thing with DC. Alright guys, so with all of our portable power stations that we receive for review, we always go through and testing things out with our power tools and stuff. We're going to try out our mini fridge to see if this thing can hold the load on that and actually make ice and things like that. So we're going to set it right here. I got an old piece of wood here because the price of lumber is ridiculous, guys, and I'm not going to keep on buying 2x4s at $10 to $12 a piece. So what we have here, we got our jigsaw. We're going to go ahead and plug in here. I'm going to turn on our AC, and we are going to see if this will run. It will run. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and put it to the test, make sure it can take a load. Yes, it will. Now, when I say it's an old piece of wood, I don't mean it's rotten. It's an actual good piece of wood. It's just an old piece laying around. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at our battery now, guys. It says that we have 99% of the battery left. We got 40 hours remaining left in this battery running currently. Now, of course, when we run a load, it's going to change the hour rating of how much power we still have in this system. But it ran our jigsaw. So let's move on. We got the old DeWalt here. Alright guys, so we have our DeWalt here. Let's give it a test. Alright, so we got our DeWalt here. It will power up and run our DeWalt. Now we do have a circular saw, guys. I don't believe that the circular saw is going to run on this because, like I said, this is a 700 watt system. It's only got 1000 peak watts. Our circular saw usually kicks on around 1400 watts, so I'm not expecting it to run. But since we've got it here, let's go ahead and test it out. The fact is, guys, this circular saw requires more power, so quite frankly, I don't expect it to run. Turn that back on. That should not have ran. And it did. Holy crap. This is the circular saw, same circular saw we've been using on all our power stations. Some have been able to do it and others have not. This is only 1000 peak watts. This is a 12 to 1400 peak when this thing kicks on. We ran it with this. So again, guys, I want to make sure that you can see that the cord is in the shot. Yes, this system can run a circular saw. I'm impressed. To the company Luby, you just impressed me big time. I mean, I've done a lot of reviews on solar power station, the little portable power station, and by the way, guys, this thing does accept solar recharge. You've got an input here. That's where you plug in from the wall. You have to get a barrel adapter for your solar panel to plug in here to actually charge with solar panel. But then you also have the other adapter that hooks up to a cigarette lighter and plugs directly in here. Now, if you're going to use a 12 volt system, like if you've got a 12 volt light or something, you just plug it in on this end, turn on the DC plug, turn off the AC, and then you got DC power. Alright guys, so we have the Luby power station here, and we have our trusty mini fridge. So we've done other reviews for other power stations with this mini fridge, made ice and things like that with this. So what we want to do, we're going to turn this thing on. Do like that little display there. It tells how long it's going to last. When you plug something up and run it, it'll give you an estimate of what power and everything that you got on the system. So we've got a cord here. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. All right. So, turn on our AC. And I'm watching our hour meter right now. It's adjusting because this thing just turned on. Let me open up the door and show you guys that the light is on now. There it is. Get a close up of our power readout. So this thing's turned on. It does have its own built-in compressor and everything. I do like this. This is not a chemically refrigeration like on some of your RVs and stuff like that. This does have a compressor that does kick on. Currently, it says we got 7.9 hours till the battery is empty. Okay, 8.2. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Right now we are currently running 60 watts, 61 watts. So we're just going to let this run for a while, and we can kind of tell once the compressor kicks on what type of drain and stuff we're going to have on the system. Alright guys, so we're back out here again. We are down to 88% on our power station. It says that we have 46 hours remaining at 9 watts of power being used. So So let's go ahead and move the camera and we're going to go take a look at our ice tray. Alright, opening up here, let's first check out our thermometer. Nice and icy. Check out our ice tray, which is just now starting to ice up. It's not full ice yet, it's just got the ice, outer part of the ice right now. So we're going to set this back in, and we're going to continue to run this until we get ice. Currently though, it is getting dark out here, so I'll have to come back out here with a flashlight. Alright guys, so we are back. We're still at 9 watts of power being used. We got 44 hours left at an 85% battery bank. Turn on the flashlight, which is really cool about this thing. Let me see here. We got a built-in light system on the unit. Many different settings here. Strobe. And to turn it back off, you just hold it down and it'll turn itself off. Alright, let's check out our ice tray. What we're going to do, we're going to turn on our light so we can see here. We have a flashlight, but alright, so we are starting to get more solidity in our ice trays. If I can get them out. So yeah, starting to make ice. Very, very cool. So yeah, a little slushy there. This is not fully formed yet, but we're getting it. Alright, not bad. What was our temperature? We are, well, we're sitting all the way down in the bottom there, so it's pretty cold. So as you guys can see, this thing does hold up to it. The door shut again. 9 watts of power being used out of this refrigerator. We've got 44 hours of runtime still on this thing at an 85% battery bank. Now, that's just amazing. I am really surprised that this power station's doing so well as it did. When I first looked at it, I said, well, this thing's pretty small. I'm not quite sure. So we've been putting it to the test like we do everything, and we want to make sure it works. And yes, this thing is pretty bad. I like it, and I mean bad in a good way. Lightweight is 16 point some pounds. Alright guys, so we have another test to make because everybody knows I love my coffee. So let's go ahead and get our folders in here. Guys, I'm going to go and show you the cord that goes into the coffee pot itself right here. Very, simple cord. Let's see if I can set it just like this, guys. Alright, so we got the Luby power station. We're going to plug her in. We're going to turn her on. Let me open this door up here so I can actually throw our switch on. Like I said, it usually takes 13 minutes to make coffee. Alright, currently it says that we have 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Oh, nope. We have an AC overload. Alright, so unfortunately it failed our coffee pot. Just so you know, this coffee pot draws a lot of power, guys. It just does. So right here we have a AC overload. That is telling me that the system cannot run this. One, to turn the power off here. With this, it's a protection thing. It shut itself down, so it's not going to burn it up or anything like that. So it just safeguarded itself. So it couldn't run this coffee pot, but this coffee maker uses a lot of power. I mean, I've shown this coffee pot before. So unfortunately, we were unable to make coffee with the Luby. But let me go and tell you again, guys, this is a 700 watt system with a 1000 watt peak. These coffee pots usually range from anywhere from 1500 to 1800 watts to run a coffee pot. This is an older style, old Black & Decker. Takes a lot. Alright guys, so we have the power station here. This is the Luby power station, and we've got our adapter to plug in and charge up here in the house. So go and unravel this part. I'm going to plug it into our brick here. It goes into the back side. We're going to plug it up to the wall. Alright guys, so we have the barrel adapter right here. All we got to do, we got a green light on our brick. and we just plug it right in there. Now the power station turned itself on. It's doing a self check. You'll see this little blue circle going on right here. There we go. Alright, so for all our testing today, it says it's going to take 19 minutes to charge this up. We are sitting at a 97% battery. Now with power station, guys, if you got a 90% battery charge, you don't want to throw your charger on it. Alright, you just want to run it down, and you usually want to run these things down to about 30% would be my best advice on that before you recharge these. You don't want to keep charging them this short. That's any power station. So it says 16 minutes. It actually gives you a countdown till your battery is fully charged. It also tells you down here in the input, we got 91 watts going into the system right now. We got 0 output, so you get a little flashing emblem down here that says it is charging. So that's how simple it is, guys. And when you're done, you just unplug it, of course, take your system off the wall, and you're done. Like I said, guys, this thing is 16 point some pounds, pretty nice. This thing's got vents on the side for its cooling fan and everything else, so it keeps the system nice and cool. So all in all, pretty neat. Alright guys, so that is the Luby portable power station. This is the 700 watt, 1000 watt peak. Guys, this thing actually impressed me a great deal. When I first got it, I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, simple design. You know, it's only 700 watt with a 1000 watt peak. I'm not really sure if I can really run much with that. I was able to run the circle of salt. That was a huge accomplishment there. It really was. So I do like the unit, guys. This is actually priced more friendly than some of the other units that we've been showing you. I do get requests for that a lot. People are looking for a little bit cheaper model as far as price goes. As far as product quality, no. Everything we've thrown at it today worked except for the coffee pot. All right, the coffee pot, like I said, is anywhere from 15 to 1800 watts, and that's to start it up. This is only a 1000 watt startup. So, you know, that's kind of defeat the purpose there. I mean, that wasn't really fair. But this thing actually impressed me with the circular saw, the skill saw. Was not expecting that. So yeah, guys, all in all, not bad. You know, 16 pounds, that's not too bad. If you were doing what I call glamping, you go camping with power, you know, this thing right here, hold it in one hand, not a bad option. Okay, I mean, if you got lights or something like that, you're going to be running out in the camp, you know, going out camping, glamping. If you want to take one of those electric coolers, those DC watt coolers, those 12 volt systems, you can plug it directly in here and keep that cooler cool for, you know, whatever type of food or medicine that you might be needing. Same with the AC output on it. Most of those coolers have adapters like what we have, and you can run it. All right, and it'll give you a countdown of how long your system's going to last and stuff. So not bad. I love the display of this. It actually tells you how much power you're using and tells you how much battery life you got. Now that's freaking awesome. It takes the guesswork out of a lot of things, because usually I'm out here with a kilowatt meter plugging in and kind of figuring out how long my system's going to last, doing the math and all that stuff. It does it for you. So all in all, guys, Luby's actually a great little product to actually check out. To Luby themselves, definitely do appreciate you contacting me and offering me a chance to review your product. Guys, like I said before, when we get these portable power stations in, we put it through the test. I want to run tests on these things so I can show you what machines are capable of and what they're not capable of. Alright guys, so till next time, talk to y'all later.